Viewers, my new start cap's arrived. This is for the Crompton Parkinson motor I just restored. Mallory made in USA. Good stuff. Good quality cap. Smells so new. I want to try it on this GMF Captain motor. Everyone said in the videos I made on this before, it's not big enough start capacitor. Well, this is the biggest one I've got yet, and this will definitely start that Crompton Parkinson motor nicely. So I want to try it on this motor. This one here, I'm not even 9% confident that windings are shorted, unfortunately, for this old motor, so it's probably the only motor that's going to be worth rewinding actually over there, the newer 3-phase motors, but I'll get a quote first. I definitely want to see if I can get this one rewound, because it's a nice vintage motor. This form factor will actually start repulsion start, the earlier ones. They're in the same body and everything. This is a normal capacitor start, not repulsion start, this one. So I want to take these wires off and put them on here. They're smigged. Wire it up as a test and put it on this motor, see if that capacitor starts this motor. As I said, this is the biggest one I've got yet, so let's see what this motor does instead of just sitting on the start winding, pulling 30 amps. So let's give that a hook up and test. Then I'll put this capacitor on the Crompton Parkinson motor. That's where it's going to stay. But I'm going to put it on this one as a test. If it does start this motor good and properly, I'm going to order another one for this motor. Okay viewers, well looks like my original suspicions may be correct. This motor is buggered. Look here, I've got a slightly melted insulation there. That's little conduit here. The sleeve's melted on that winding. Not a good sign. A little bit here, it's melted. Hasn't gotten that hot, but it actually looks like it has actually melted through. So it's been melted through there. Damn it. This wire's up, but this red wire here, which I'm replacing, but to replace that actual wiring I have to take all this out. Look for this black wire here, which is connected somewhere else inside the winding, so that's part of it. Interesting how they've done that. It's actually wired up in here somewhere. In there it's wired up. I can't just remove this whole thing and change it to here. So unfortunately we've got a melted bit there, so it's partially shorted. I was hoping to just be a capacitor, but nope. Not a capacitor start issue. The motor is buggered, so not an issue with start capacitors. So it's unfortunate. Pulling 30 amps stuck on the start winding. It looks like it can't get to the run winding because that's as I said, it's melted through. It's partially shorted a little bit. So it's just stuck on the start winding the whole time. It just can't start. I want to get in contact with this guy that rewinds motors. I want to just see how much it quote, how much it's going to cost to rewind it. Even if we just rewind this one, see how much it's going to cost. It's a nice old motor. It's not going to be too expensive. I might go ahead with it. But if it's if they could do some calculations and make it a 3-phase motor, put a terminal block on the side, that'd be cool. It'd make a great 3-phase motor. But I don't think it's constructed that sort of way. It's the wrong sort of construction to be used as a 3-phase motor, I think. Yeah, it's not the right construction. What a shape! It's such a well-made motor, like a bloody tank. Oh well. See what happens. I might give him a quote, see how much it's going to cost to rewind it. It's nice old well made to just throw out. But I might keep it as an ornament. And that capacitor, that's for this motor, look at that! Made for it, it fits in there beautifully. It's got nubs where it clicks in. That's made for the job. I was worried it was too big to fit in there, but I pushed it in and went click. That's not going to come out. Perfect. Alright, let's put it back together and give it a test. Okay, this thing just had a card error again. I'm going to set the motor here, set the camera down and plug it in. Oh, that was better. Started just like that. Started just like that. Nice. Nice. That's better. Now get some bearings to this thing. That's how it should start. Interesting. When I put the capacitor from that motor on it, it acted as a brake when it switched back onto the start winding, coasting to a stop. It actually switched to the start winding and slowed down quickly, acted as a brake. Interesting it does that. Bit loose that pulley, thought I got it tight. No, it's loose. Well, that capacitor's got a bleed resistor on it, so that explains it why it doesn't break. This one capacitor doesn't have a bleeding resistor across it, so it acts as a brake when the motor stops. Awesome! That motor's good. Bit of a shave for the GMF motor though, but now they got better lighting conditions here. I can actually see in detail. Whereas before I couldn't. It was too dark to get many detailed look at this bloody thing. Melt there. The wires are too short to get the switch out. Okay, oh, here I can. There we go. So heavy duty. Look at that switching, a heavy inductive rate of spark that's made there. Yeah, I just cannot see where else it's gotten too hot in there too. That's actually a heat, not from painting the plastic, but that's just heat that's gotten in there. Damn it. See the pure copper winding there, that one there looks like the start. It's a thick winding, it's a start winding, so it looks to me like the start winding's failed. So it's partially shorted, so it's not actually allowing the full current to go to the to get to the run winding. So normally when it spins up, it's supposed to have full current normally, so it spins fast enough to activate the clutch and onto the run winding. Because of the start winding's partially shorted, it just shunts and can't run at the full speed, at its full starting speed. That's why it's stuck on the start winding now. So it's not a capacitor issue, like he's hoped it was going to be. It's definitely a winding issue, so the start winding's buggered. Unfortunately, if it was like a car, I'd just change the starter motor and the engine's fine. This one, nah. The run winding's fine, but the starter motor, starting winding's buggered. What a shame. What a shame. Yeah. Such a well made motor, well insulated, but it's just gotten a bit hot in the start winding and it just shorted against itself, in on itself there. You can definitely see there she's gotten hot. Right there. It's gotten hot there. Unfortunately, it's quite a big motor though, 2 horsepower for a single phase. 1.5 horsepower, I thought it was 2 horsepower, 1.5 horsepower and 9.4 amps, that's what's running. Rated to consume 9.4 amps running normally. 1.5 horsepower, that's the same electrically as my Crompton Parkinson motor I just fixed now. That's 1.5 horsepower as well, and it pulls only half that amount of current. It's amazing. So, yeah, 1.5 horsepower, twice the speed, but it pulls half the or 7.8 amps. That's it loaded up though. No load, it wasn't pulling much. When it's loaded, it pulls 7.8 amps. And that motor there, it's 1425 RPM, 1.5 horsepower, it pulls 9 amps. Interesting observation I made there. Yeah, 1425 RPM. GMF was actually bought out by Fasco. GMF became Betts, and then Betts was bought out by Fasco. So the company is still around, it's just Fasco, a multinational company, bought them out. GMF Betts was the Australian company, and yeah, they were, when they were Betts, under the Betts name, making motors in Australia under Fasco, right up until now. Fasco make their motors overseas, mainly in China. So it's still a good brand of motor, it's just got stood up in a GMF. they didn't just go completely, they got bought out. So I've got to get in contact with this guy. It's a nice old motor. I wonder for how much of it. Curious to see how much it would cost to rewind it. Here's a nice old motor. That one here is an older motor. That'll probably be from the early to mid 50s, that motor. This be from the early to mid 40s to early 50s. See, it's got sleeve bearings. You see this? That means the motor's got sleeve bearings, doesn't have ball bearings. So if you see this on your motor that looks like that, it's got sleeve bearings, not ball bearings. So it's quite an old one, that one. But they both got smegged windings. Unfortunate, but bugger. That's the drawback with single phase motors. They're more prone to failing like that than the three-phase ones. If you see a lot more vintage three-phase motors more than you see old single-phase motors around. Anyway, that'll be enough for now. Thanks for watching.